Patrick. I'm the patron saint of Ireland. You might be surprised to know that I'm not really Irish. I was born in England about 1,600 years ago. You might also be surprised to know that when I was younger, I wasn't very religious. But I changed a lot during my youth. I studied Christianity and I lived my faith teaching Irish pagans about God. The Catholic Church now recognizes me as a saint. When I was about 16 years old, I was kidnapped from my home in England by Irish pirates who brought me to Ireland as a slave. I was put to work as a shepherd, and I spent about 6 years tending to the animals. But while I was tending to the animals, most of the time I was alone, and I had a lot of time to think about God. And when I finally escaped and came back home to England, I was in my early 20s. So I studied more. I was interested about God, and I studied more. I studied Christianity, and I learned a lot about Jesus. While I was at home in England, I had a dream in which a man from Ireland gave me a letter. And that letter came from the Irish people. They asked me to come back to Ireland. I was ordained a priest and actually ordained a bishop. And then I became a missionary to the Irish people, who were mostly pagans. The pagans worshipped statues as their gods. Well, not all the Irish people welcomed me. In fact, I was beaten, robbed, and put in chains. But I didn't give up. With God's help, I taught the Irish people about God for 40 years. I'm probably most known for teaching the Irish people about the Holy Trinity, 3 persons in one God. And I did that by using a piece of clover. The clover, sometimes called a shamrock, it has 3 distinct leaves, but they're all attached to one stem. So it is one plant. Just like there's 3 distinct persons in the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. They're one God, 3 persons in one God. The Holy Trinity is one of the greatest mysteries of the church. Another story people tell about me is really just a story. They say that I drove all the snakes out of Ireland by driving them into the sea. Well, this is really just a story because scientists believe that there never really were any snakes in Ireland. It's too cold or too wet, and the island was surrounded by water, of course. I died on March 17th in the year 461. People celebrate my feast day every March 17th as St. Patrick's Day. Over the years, the color green has become associated with St. Patrick's Day. Green milkshakes, green clothing, and people in Chicago even dye the Chicago River green. Maybe Ireland and the color green are thought about together because Ireland has such beautiful, lush, green fields. Celebrations, wearing green clothing on St. Patrick's Day go back to the 1800s when a lot of Irish people came to America because there wasn't enough food in Ireland. On St. Patrick's Day, people would wear green, they'd carry Irish flags and American flags, and they marched in parades to show their pride for the old country and their pride for their new home in America. Hope you enjoyed hearing about my story today, and I hope that you have a happy St. Patrick's Day.